sun, you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shade my smile.
Alright, today is September 13, 2021, and it is 2:48 a.m. Alright, let's go over this really quickly. 1,330 subscribers. I bet you by the end of this video, it's probably gonna change. Alright, and $161.87. I don't have that much time. I want to at least record something, and then later on I could always edit them. Alright, let's go on Twitter, see what's going on.
So we shall do what women do. We shall talk.
First tweet. Wow, Professor, I haven't seen him quite some time. I haven't seen some of his tweets. Alright, remember that the Center Valley fundraiser for Archie's dad is still going. Can you believe this man has a charity that is 15 years old? There's the clap. Please donate, as Archie is not going to tolerate a fundraiser that doesn't make it to $10,000 at least. That's the laugh. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see here. Facts. This is what all donation to Center Valley do. Let's check. Okay, Sussex Squad Center Valley fundraiser donation. $40 can train a youth volunteer to deliver health skills training to children. Okay, $70 can enable caregivers to gain the knowledge and support needed to care for a child who has been orphaned by AIDS. Okay, $100 can feed 15 vulnerable children during an essential visit to a district health clinic. $350 can allow a child who is at risk and struggling to cope with their HIV status to receive intensive support for 5 days in a fun, friendly, and safe environment. And yesterday's video number 2, because I had 2 videos that I did yesterday, September... What date was it? I know I didn't record, but I edit. I think it's September 11 or 12. Alright, so video number 2, because the last part, was it video 1? I think it was video 1. There was something about, was it Center Valley or Camp Fed? No, I think it was Camp Fed, about the bricklaying lady who was taught. Alright, so that's completely different, but still, Camp Fed is important charity to help also. Alright, let's go to the comment. Okay, that's our Duke of Impact. Thank you. Alright, thank you, Professor. I'm on it, sis. All hail King Archie, and long may he reign. Thank you. Okay, hoot, I know, right? Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Alright, what did I... Okay, my glasses is right there. When I get a chance, I'll put it. Next tweet. Okay, I can't believe this was just released 3 months ago. It seems like eons. One of the best documentaries, Mental. Both Prince Harry and Oprah were amazing in it. More importantly, they did a phenomenal job of producing a must-see documentary, The Me You Can See. Alright, there's a link to it. I'm not gonna click on it. Okay, best documentaries on mental health. Yes, they did, giving credit where it truly belongs. There is no shame in bringing awareness to the forefront, and this is what they did. Now, a lot of humans are being helped. Thank you to all involved. Okay, it has served to get a lot of people talking, since they know they are not alone in their mental health challenges. Now, that's what's good about it, where people are talking about it, and little did you know, more people are coming out. Alright, people you didn't expect who has issues. I mean, believe me, every single one of us have some sort of an issue. Why is that? Because we are sharing a society, and not everybody thinks and feel the same way as we do. So therefore, there will be some adjustment that needs to be made. And sometimes people think that they're the only one who's going through it, but if they don't talk about it, you will never know other people are dealing with it. I hope I make sense with that. Okay, I hope they get an Emmy next year. It was an excellent documentary. From your lips to God's ears, a nomination would be a great start. Alright, there's one comment below this. Let's see. Okay, they released too late for nomination for this year. Praying for it. Thank you. You just said everything that I have always thought. Hope they use it in the teaching at school. That's something. Alright, that's something I have in terms of teaching later on in this video. Okay, wow, it feels like it's out longer than that. I just started rewatching it again today. Just a brilliant documentary. I know, want to make time to watch it again. I think I want to watch it again too, because when it first came out, not only I didn't really have time, but I wanted to see just the part where Harry was, and there's more to it. So I want to sit down and relax and watch it again. Alright, next tweet. Okay, on Monday, September 13, which is today now, because I bookmarked this yesterday, today, Dr. Jill Biden and Prince Harry will host a virtual event at 6 p.m. to honor at Warrior Games athletes along with their friends and caregivers. Watch the live event here. There's a link to it. Okay. Wonderful news. There's the clapping GIF. Wow, has the UK media splashed headlines yet that Harry's popularity in the US is plummeting? Awesome. We'll be watching. This is news. Okay, thanks for the link. Awesome news. Maybe let me grab the link. Let's see here. Let me just grab it. I'm just gonna grab the link to put on the description for you guys. Okay. Alright, so wonderful news. Some people just find out that it was being done right now. Alright, next tweet. I want to move quick, hopefully before 5:30ish, because I have to wake up my oldest. to get himself ready, I could at least start editing. Alright, next tweet, boss move. I love that Prince Harry and First Lady Jill Biden will be meeting up again. I hope we will see that meeting. Alright, so I think that's the same thing I just talked about from the previous tweet. Just the previous tweet from that. Let's see here. The First Lady, Office of the First Lady for immediate release. September 12, 2021. Media advisory. First Lady, Secretary of Defense Prince Harry and Fisher House Foundation to host a virtual event honoring Warrior Games athletes on Monday, September 13th at 6 p.m. I think, I'm sorry, I'm gonna disrupt this part here. I think it was from this kind of game, the Warrior game, that's what got Harry to create his Invictus game. Because when he came to the US, I forgot what year was that, and then I think he watched the game, the Warrior game, and that sort of inspired him to do the Invictus. I think that's what, I could be wrong, alright, but I think that's how he got his idea for the Invictus. Alright, so let me start all over. On Monday, September 13, which is today, at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, First Lady Jill Biden, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, and Ken Fisher, Chairman and CEO of Fisher House Foundation, will host a virtual event to honor Warrior Games athletes, their families, and caregivers. The Department of Defense Warrior Game is an annual event first held in 2010 that celebrate the resiliency and dedication of wounded, ill, and injured active duty and veteran U.S. military service members. The 2021 Warrior Game was slated to begin in person this week in Orlando, Florida, but were canceled to ensure the health and safety of the athletes and their families due to COVID-related concern. The First Lady, Secretary Austin, and Prince Harry had planned to attend the Warrior Game in person prior to its cancellation. Okay, so it was canceled. In Florida is like the infestation. Okay, infestation of COVID, because the governor over there then mandate for people to wear masks. And still, I don't know why, but people should know for themselves that, they need to protect themselves. They don't need the governor to tell them that. But still, it would have helped if he had mandated that. Alright, because a lot of teachers, kids are, catching COVID. Alright, let me continue with the letter. Okay, the First Lady has a long history of supporting the adaptive sport, the sporting community, to joining forces, the White House initiative to support military and veteran families, caregivers, and survivors. Prince Harry, combat veteran who served 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan during his decade of military service, first attended the Warriors Game in 2013 in Colorado. The Warrior Game shares a deep bond with the Invictus Game. Okay, so I was right. Alright, a multinational global sporting event founded by Prince Harry for wounded, injured, and sick service members and veterans. For over 30 years, Fisher House Foundation has provided a home away from home for families of patients receiving medical care at major military and Department of Veteran Affairs (VA) medical centers. These homes offer free temporary lodging to military and veteran families, allowing them to be close to their loved one during their medical treatment in the military or VA medical center. As a long-term supporter of both Warriors Game and Invictus Game, Fisher House Foundation leads the Warrior Game Family Program, allowing families to attend and celebrate their recovery journeys together. Now, I didn't know that about the Fisher House Foundation. Alright, First Lady Jill Biden, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, Fisher, okay, this part is cut off, Fisher, is it Ken Fisher, Chairman and CEO, Fisher House Foundation. Alright, so that was the letter that was put out. Okay, finally, eloquent is what Jill deserves. Someone who can carry a sentence. Yes, I am pleased about that. Okay, if you scroll down the page, you will see the YouTube links. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Han. I've subscribed to the White House when Joe Biden won, so I had notifications set to alert me whenever there is an event. Okay, sis, this is the link. You can set a reminder. Okay, I've done that since January. Thanks. She's like, I've done that since the... Okay, next tweet, and I think it's sort of related to that. Let me see. I'm trying to move quick. It's related to that. From Hollywood to the tech world to the White House, the U.S. has welcomed and embraced Harry, and he's now ours. Okay, there's the GIF, 100%. Thank you, America, for loving and caring for them, what we in the UK could not do. We were outnumbered and scared to speak up. Okay, this is where sometimes I was like, why these people are not talking? Why they're not defending them? All right, so okay, I'm glad some people are mentioning some of the things that I was so pissed about, but at least they acknowledge it. All right, and I've talked about this before, and where I was at the beginning, I was thinking of changing my intro because of the lack of support Harry and Meghan were not getting, but you know, more people are speaking up. All right, if you think about it, like in the US, you see now women can vote. You see people could go to any school that they wish and all of that. If some of the people back in the 50s and the 60s, not so much in the 70s, but still there were some who were still doing the fighting, but majority were not as involved. All right, if these people were not fighting or raising their voice and they just go along with the establishment, you think the US will be where it is now? And you see how much the establishment in the US, I'm talking mostly in the US, is still fighting to bring us back to where we were before. If they could bring people back to slavery, believe me, a good chunk of people in the US would be more than happy to do that. There's I think in one of the videos yesterday, I insert a video from Dr. Phil, where this guy was, you know, wanting to bring women back to the 1950s, while, you know, he's doing his own kind of lifestyle, which will not be accepted back in 1950s. All right, so sometimes, again, you have to be in a safe place where you know you could do it and you are in a safe place. If your safety is in jeopardy, yes, I could understand. All right, where you can't do that much, whatever, but sometimes you have to take a risk in order to get yourself out of that situation that you are in. But people were fighting to put me, my kids, and many other people in a position that they are in now. All right, so that's that. Let me continue with the comment. Okay, why are you scared? I know the haters are deranged, but surely you can speak with like-minded people. What is going on over there? How bad it is. Okay, so there's another person who's saying some of the things that I'm saying. Knowing you will be pro-Sussex is not airtime, will be giving to you every news stream, TV, radio, online news, and magazine. Were against them, it was toxic. Luckily, there was Dr. Shola. That's what I was thinking as I was reading this. This woman, my goodness, Dr. Shola, I never knew she exists until I started, you know, following more of the squads, and they're sharing some of her thing, and then I start following her. Sometimes she put tweets out of what they mail to her, the kind of language, the disrespect she gets out of these people. It's unbelievable. And then I call her Dr. Shola, I call her Piers Morgan kryptonite. She's Piers Morgan kryptonite because she was fighting the fight, you know, put him on the blast, and then she knows how to deal with him when she's being interviewed by him. You know, he asks a question and then he's talking over her as she's responding, and she keep going. I'm telling you, I don't think I could do it. Okay, I'm not saying I'm the type who could do it. There's a lot of things I said on here, on my channel here, I don't think I could do them the way that I see some people are doing it. There's some advice that I say I don't think I could do them, and I let you know I may not be the type, and I'm not. You know, you have to be in a safe place, in a comfortable way that you know you have the strength to do it. But Dr. Shola, my goodness, I give her prop. I give her prop. She does the fight. She get all the negative racist remark and disrespect from those racists. She's one hell of a people. Sometimes if you don't know who to pray for her. Definitely pray for her. And sometime the other day I was thinking, this is a sidetrack of a sidetrack. I'm gonna get back to this. All right. The other day I was thinking, there's some stuff I want to do for myself and things like that, but I don't know which direction to go. And something out of nowhere said, if you don't know, don't pray for just anything. Don't pray for just anything. Make sure you know what you want and ask God for it. Because everything that I've asked God in some shape or form, it takes a while, but I got my result. Alright, so something came to mind and said, don't waste God's time, because there's so many other people who probably want, God to hear them. So don't add something that you're not sure of to God. So instead I said, God, lead me somewhere to where I want to be. It crossed my mind, but I said, I don't know what I want, but yet lead me to where, I could be in a place where I know what I want, for me to ask you what I really need. Alright, not want, what I really need. Needing and wanting is two different things. Alright, so if you don't know what you need, don't waste God's time. Alright, because He might give you something you're not ready for. Alright, so that's something the other day crossed my mind out of nowhere. And this is why sometimes when you in a good place, you talk to the universe, whether you believe in God or the universe, it will make you think of the right way. Okay, you may not know it, but it will make you think of the right way. It may sound stupid. Everything that goes out of my head and I tell people, they'll think I'm crazy. They'll think I'm crazy. But this just crossed my mind and said, if you don't know what you need, okay, the need, not want. If you don't know what you need, don't ask God, because He might just give you something you're not ready for. Alright, so instead I just shift my thought and say, God, lead me to something that I need, because I need to change my life in some shape or form. Alright, this little podcast that I'm doing, I think is some sort of how do you call it, how do you call this, therapy for me in some shape or form. But I need to change course in a way. I could still be doing this. Alright, this is not a problem, because I'm very comfortable with that. But there's some other things that I really need to do for my life. I need to change course. But anyway, that's coming from this. That's way over your sidetrack. Okay, knowing you will be poor Sussexes, not airtime, will be giving to you every news stream, TV, radio, online news, and magazine were against them. It was toxic. Luckily, there was Dr. Scholler, Professor Kate, and Omid. Okay, there were the few sensible commentators. Yeah. That is true. I mean, Omid also, my goodness, it's because when his book come out, it's not like I really wanted to buy it. It's because I saw he was the only one. Remember, there's two authors for the book, Finding Freedom. He was the only one who was on TV being, bombarded with all sort of things. And then he stayed on course, just keep to the point and to what he wanted to say and stuff like that. And people were trashing him, and that was the only reason I bought the book. I wasn't dying to buy it, but I bought it anyway. And I was supposed to do review. Alright, a little at a time I'm reading, but I'm not doing any review anymore. I don't know why. I don't feel the need to do the review, because of now that I'm doing more tweets, and I think I have enough content for me to share with you, so I don't really do much of the review, but I'm reading it very slowly, not all the time, but very slowly. And I did tell myself it's gonna take me 2 years to finish with that book. Alright, so let me continue read some of the comment. Let me see how much. Okay, it's not that much. Alright, UK didn't appreciate their jewels and the crown, so now they lost him to the US, and that's too bad for them. Okay, it's ironic that Prince Harry is a trailblazer for Will's kids. That is true. A couple, not now, but I've come across some tweets where some squads are saying the same thing too. And I think in one of yesterday's video, for some reason, I believe is Edward's son, and out of nowhere I was reading a tweet, his face just came to me, where he popped up between Harry and Meghan, one of those pictures that I have saved, and it popped up in my mind saying he will be one of the people who live at institution. He will follow Harry's footstep for some reason. I don't know why. Alright, So Diana even said she wanted to move to the US because everyone was always so wonderful to her here, but she never got the chance. So glad we've now gotten the privilege to taking her youngest son and his family under our wings and protecting them the way they deserve. All right, Precious Cargo. There's a tweet. I mean, there's a GIF for everything. Precious Cargo. All right, we're giving him the welcome and acceptance Meg should have gotten in the UK. All right, 100. Okay, I could not agree more. Next, it will be Megan wants to be, will be president. I don't think so. I doubt that she will want that, but I'm okay with it if she does. Okay, those on fire. And remember, a couple of tweets I've said, you don't hear Megan coming out and saying anything. All right, and I put a clip of I think where all four of them were on stage, where she was saying she doesn't mind being in the background, where she will learn and be more effective and all of that.
I think that knowing that I've just been here for 3 months, right? And in that amount of time, but with that said, for me, it's very important to, once you hit the ground running, even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact.
And I think she's in the background doing all of this stuff. And then Harry is right there, you know, promoting the brand and the family. It's both of them. It's a team. So Megan, I'm pretty sure Megan is in the background doing all the work. A lot of, not all, but a lot of the footwork and all of the stuff, and then guiding Harry. And, you know, Harry's bringing ideas and Megan is sort of saying, yeah, adding to what Harry's bringing. I spoke about this and I could see it going on right now too. All right, with the Archwell and all of that. When things, remember they hire, what's that lady, Mandana or something like that, to be, you know, the CEO of something, but she will like report to Harry and Meghan and stuff like that. So I could see Harry and Meghan, or Megan talking to her and almost every day, and things that's going on and all of that. So I could see that going on, but Megan doesn't need to be on the front being there every day and all of that. So Harry is doing the footwork and Megan is probably helping and giving ideas which way to go, who to connect with and all of that. Alright, so, and then, you know, her little babies, she's enjoying them, like she wasn't able to do when she was in the UK. All right, happy time, beautiful, excellent, excellent. Picturization, fabulous and gorgeous. See you soon. Okay, yep. Next tweet, I want to move quick. I'm already 24 minutes because I have a couple more stuff, very interesting stuff to share. All right, as a veteran, I can confirm that most members of the U.S. military respect Prince Harry because of his hard work during his Apache training in the U.S. and the fact that he served 2 combat tours. All right, let's see here. I'm not a vet. Oh, shit, I responded. And it was 29 minutes ago. I forgot that was me. Okay, I'm not a vet. I think you're right. Okay, such a great man, and this coward hate him because he won't bow down, especially when we know he's a better man. Okay, right? They appear to prefer people who suffer silently and try to drink their worries away. Okay, meaning like drinking alcohol and all of that. A lot of vets go in that route. When you look at some of what do you call these people, Vietnam vets and all of that, many of them, not all, but many of them, you know, with things that they witness in the war zone and all of that, they into alcohol and all of this. Okay, Harry in uniform. Let's look. Okay, he was also very good at it. That is true. There's another thread. Let's read this and then I'll go into that thread. Okay, well said. Hooray. Let's go to that. Okay, this is unexpected. Good, it's short. So let's read oh wow, it's more than that. Okay, question number 6. Okay, let's just copy that. Okay, let's continue. Okay, question number 6. In 2011, Prince Harry received an award what was the award for, and where did he receive it. Okay, so that's, what is that? Oh, I thought it was, oh, but let's read it. I didn't think it was that. Trivia time, Prince Harry, maybe something the squad were doing. Okay, question number 5. The public image of Britain Prince Harry as the fun-loving prince compared to his studio older brother, Prince William, may be up for debate after the 27-year-old Apache helicopter pilot received an award. William, a member of Britain Royal Air Force, has not. Okay, Prince Harry of Wales, known as Captain Wales in the British Army, was named as the best front seat pilot or co-pilot gunner from his class of more than 20 fellow Apache helicopter pilots, Britain's defense minister announced. Okay, there's the link. Harry's award was one of only 2 given at the end of the training course and marked the student whose overall performance during the course is assessed as the best amongst the peer group, the ministry noted. Okay, UK tabloid. I remember when he came in the US. I didn't follow too deep about it, but I remember when he came in the US, they were talking about it, like on in the news or something. UK tabloid The Sun broke news last month that the 18-month training program include Harry, known for his mischievous personality and penchant for good times, being hooded and threatened an intense hostage training to prepare him for a possible return to Afghanistan. All right, he was determined to get back, so that probably was his motivation, to pay attention and be good at it, because once they discover where he was in Afghanistan, and he couldn't go back. Okay, that was the reason why he wanted to do that. All right, he wanted to go back to the army, but if he go back, he cannot go for the same thing. Okay, I think, I'm not 100%, the reason why he couldn't go back, because he probably will be with the same group, or they will be, I think it was mostly for safety. I'm not 100%. Alright, so he went back to train as the Apache helicopter kind of thing, pilot, and then that motivated him, so he was the best at it. Okay, he's being prepared for capture and torture by the enemy in a war zone. It doesn't get more real than this. The Sun quoted a friend of Prince Harry's as saying, quote, "If Harry's Apache goes down, he's on his own. These exercises are a glimpse of what he might face in a worst case scenario." Okay, quote, "The paper report that Harry endured those nightmare scenarios, as well as a defense survival, evasion, resistance, and extraction program at the RAF St. Margaret and Cornwall." As I'm reading this, there's that picture of Harry and Meghan getting out of that building in the somewhere in California. That's where I first saw Meghan was pregnant. When I saw that picture, I think I shared it, but whatever was going in my mind, I didn't say she was pregnant, because that announcement did not come out yet. And I think the squad knew it too. Every squad knew it too, but nobody said anything. But the point I'm making about this picture is that when Harry came out, you could see him surveying around him. I don't know why. I saw that in that picture. So that's probably from there. I mean, they teach him that in the UK too, but that's from being in the military. All right, let me read some of the comment. It was for his Army Air Corps and his second deployment to Afghanistan. All right, someone says nope. This is what I thought. Oh my God, there's more. This is what I thought, but someone says no. Okay, armed forces working with the Wounded Award. Nope. Oh, so people's answering. All right, nope. If one gets it by 12 p.m., I'll give a hint. Okay, have you giving up? I'll give up. Seriously? Yep, I don't know the answer. I think Apache flying badge in the UK. All right, so I don't know. All right, so where was I? Bus move. Okay, so I just lost where I was, but I think I got it back. All right, let's see something here. Yeah, so I'm back to, I didn't want to redo something else. All right, next tweet. Okay, there's no comment. Is there a comment? There's two. Okay, she's knocked up again, suffering from extreme morning sickness again. Announcement will be made tomorrow in the trashy tabloid with the aim of, quote, overshadowing, end quote, Harry's event tonight. All right, so that's regarding Prince Harry, virtual thing with Dr. Jill Biden tonight. Okay, September 13, 2021. So she's saying they're gonna start saying nonsense in the UK. Alright, it won't work. Prince Harry and Dr. Biden will trump pregnant Kate. Is she pregnant? Is Kate pregnant? I don't know. I'm just reading this. Let's see him. Okay, it won't work. Prince Harry and Dr. Biden will trump a pregnant kid. Ironic that Prince Harry is the trailblazer for Will's kid. Okay, so that's where this came from. Okay, it won't matter how many they have. Okay, it's beginning to be said. They disrespected Harry's family and karma is now knocking at their door. Alright, so this tweet must have tweeted out, and then I saw this under that other tweet as well. Okay, and she responded under that. Okay, she was apparently in the south of France attending her brother's wedding on Saturday, and yet also apparently watching the tennis match on Saturday night. Okay, so I don't know who they're talking about. Alright, so I'm gonna leave as that. Next tweet. They look so pretty. Alright, let's see this. At the time, I wasn't into this dress, but now when I see it, I like it much more and want something like this. Okay, picture perfect, Sussex couple. Okay, oh, I know, right? Okay, I know, right? Okay. Is that the same thing as the blue? Does she has a blue version of it too? Okay, this look like relaxed and more comfortable. As I'm looking at this picture, I'm thinking of the other one when the wind blows, you could see between her legs and stuff like that, her cracks and stuff. I don't even want to mention her name here. I think it was mentioned in the comment in here too. Next tweet. My favorite part about this announcement is that it came so late in the day. Okay, so that probably was okay. That was last night. Yep. What have I missed? Okay, me too. That's regarding the Dr. Jill Biden with Prince Harry. Okay, what time is it in the UK? Somebody asked Kate. Anyways, I love this. May Harry continues making announcements via US time when Brits are asleep so that they miss getting the big scoop. Meghan and Harry is gonna have those royal voters hoping for a 5 a.m. email from one of their US contacts. That is funny. Now they're gonna wish they have that. Because when Meghan was sending 5 a.m. emails, they were complaining. Now they're gonna hope for that. Okay, let's see here. Okay, you said it. They will be screaming to get the scoop that have already come and gone. I love it. How it must pain them to see Harry's years of being quiet, the statement, stand him in good stead when they believe their own false narrative about him. Harry is sorry. Any more comment? That was it. Next tweet. That's good. It's going quick. I'm trying not to aim an hour because if I start editing now, I should be finished, before I wake the kids up. Okay, Squaddies, we're only $88 away from $7,000 or pounds. Okay, who else going to help us raise today's minimum? Here's hoping a pic of topless Hazard motivates someone to help him support Santa Bali. Let's see here, fundraiser campaign. Santa Bali, $6,922, 149 supporters. All right, almost, 69% of $10,000 goal. All right, there's the picture of him. Let's see here, there's this. More links. Where's the link? People's putting link. Okay, you are a good campaigner. Please put the link whenever you tweet about it. Realize it's not easy to find. Will do. And that remind me of what is it when it was earlier. Was it earlier last month or earlier this month? Okay, it has to be last month because someone had put a link for a fundraiser for Harry's birthday, and I quickly took it down. And look at this. Now this is what I mean by when the squads go with some of the squad that are talking about things. Okay, I learned my lesson from the last time I did that. So if the squad are not talking about it, or more than one squad are not talking about it, at least the squads that I follow, I'm not gonna share it on my community board. All right, maybe I should put this. Let me click that, and then I'll put it on my community board. Oh, I think I did already. This was a shameless, cheap, and sleazy tactic, ma'am. Worked like a charm. Very much appreciated. Okay, donate please. Thank you, Squad Global. Alright, next tweet. Now, I see I put mental health. Let's see here. Thank you, Venus William. Quote, it doesn't matter who you are, you need support. You can't divorce mental health from anything you do. End quote. She's exactly right. The health of our minds and health of our bodies are inseparable. Mental health. Alright, so she did a piece on New York Times. Because I want to do this really quick, I'll click on it and put the link. Alright, so you guys go read it. Alright, I don't have time to read a whole bunch of stuff today, so I'll put the link in the description for you guys. Alright, it's a New York Times. Okay, I agree. It's one of the reasons that I follow Dr. McFillin. Okay, that's a doctor. Thanks, I just follow him, and you looks like critically important info for these times. Okay, me too. Well said. People that don't have mental health issue don't understand at all. I've suffered with it for 27 years, so I know. Interesting. Do not agree. The body can be strong while the mind is weak. Okay, when the mind is struggling, it affects the body in other ways. The body needs to be in sync. The thing is balance. If one is overtaking, or not only overtaking, but is weaker than the other, your body is not level. Alright, so you're gonna be struggling in some shape or form. You have to find the balance. Okay, the mind cannot be stronger than the body, and the body cannot be stronger than the mind. They need to be in sync. If they're not in sync, that's where the problem is. I'm not a doctor. Alright, I am not a doctor or any shape or form to give any advice about mental health. Nothing. But I know for sure, alright, from experience, if something is not balanced, okay, the rest it will be crumble. And I always have that that image of a balance, and you have a ball. Alright, if you know one side is higher than the other, alright, if the ball is on the higher side, it will roll down. Okay, that's where everything will be crumble. The ball needs to be somewhere in the center where it's balanced, and that goes for the body and the mind and the soul. Everything needs to be balanced. Okay, earth, everything that you come across, it needs to be balanced. A foundation, a house, if it's not balanced, it's gonna crumble. Alright, everything needs to be balanced. Okay, the problem is finding it. If you're a senior in Medicare, good luck. Okay, yes, she is so right. Physical and mental health are not divisible. The dam has broken and the pressure of athletes are under. Okay, it's a trio: body, mind, and spirit. Okay, look at this. I'm not even. Who is this? Okay, let's see. 8,146 followers. Okay, Biden, Harris. Okay, shots and arm that the deal mass upstate. Okay, I don't know who's that. I thought he was some sort of a doctor or something, but this is exactly what I said. What I was saying, it's a trio: body, mind, and spirit. They all need to be balanced. Okay, she will always be a queen. Proud to be her fan. Okay, thanks for sharing. One hell of a woman. Correct. Okay, that's that. So I'll put the link of this. I didn't read it. Maybe when I have time. I have so much to reading, but when I have time, I'll read it on my own. But I click on it to get the link, and I will share it with you. All right. I'll put the link in the description for you guys to go check it out. All right, there's this here. All right, let's see here. Wow, squaddies, you did it. Thank you. If you haven't given yet, please do so if you can. Santa Bali is Harry's baby, and he and his family are our babies. So let's continue to lift them up and support their causes. Alright, so did they reach it? Okay, 7,000. Okay, the Sussex Squad fundraising campaign for Santa Bali, $7,025, 150 people support. Alright, let's see here. There's the Harry clapping. Let's read some of the comment. Okay, unfortunately, I have again problem with the bank card, and I'm out of Estonia. I could donate only after receiving the new card, which will happen after fundraising is finished, probably in 10 or 15 days. No problem. Your words of encouragement or also support. I'm sorry about the problem with your bank card. Okay, thank you, Sussex Squad. Great job pushing it, Joe. Okay, thanks, Joe. Just now did my part on support for our Ginger Avengers birthday coming up soon. Thank you. You're a real trooper. There's that. Alright, so now this is very interesting. I believe this one has a lot of comment, but I'm gonna try not to go too deep into it. But it's good to share. All right, let's see. All right, let's see here. Me, this person I don't follow, but it happens under my my timeline. Me, to my 11-year-old. Did they talk about 9/11 in school yesterday? Her, no. Me, you know, the Twin Towers collapsing, killing all those people? Her, no. Me, sit down, let's talk. Okay, if schools aren't teaching about things like 9/11 or World War II, future generation will repeat the past. Alright, and I think I retweeted out. Okay, what is it that you hope they will avoid repeating? That is what you do think is the lesson future generation are supposed to take from 9/11. Okay, I feel like there are a lot more important points in U.S. history that children need to regularly learn about. I mean, the thing with history, okay, if you don't know, don't share. If you do, you share. Alright, so she feel like this is something, okay? This is something that people should know. Alright, what caused it? Like I've said in one of my videos yesterday or the day before, my mom called me and said, what the celebration? Because she's starting to have dementia or something. Okay, she's like, oh, I see a lot of things, activities going outside. What's going on? What people are celebrating is when I told her about 9/11. I explained to her like a child, okay, step by step what's going on, and she remember. Alright. She sounds surprised and everything, and then little at a time she's starting to regain some of her memory of what happened on September 11. Alright, let's see here. So we have to teach our kids what we know. Okay, if a teacher don't know, or they're trying to avoid it, you have to teach your kids. Alright, well, there's so many things. Like I said on one of my videos, the internet have such a vast amount of information. It depends where you go. Alright, but if you go, there's history.com. Alright, so that's part of the history channel thing. There's a lot to learn from there. Okay, you could start with that, history.com. Alright, there's a lot of information. You type, you could, it's like an encyclopedia there. Alright, so you learn from that and teach yourself. The things that I see my little one is reading online. You know, I made him use the computer. We have different computers in the house when they were doing remote learning. One of them we made him use is in the living room, so we could look over his shoulder. So sometimes when he's doing things, we see what he's reading. He's reading about different countries, the flag, and all of sort of stuff. He was the one who told me if you stand, there's a spot in I think it's Tennessee. If it's like the highest point in Tennessee, if you stand there, you could see I think 7 states. Okay, all the states that surrounded Tennessee. I didn't know about that. How did he know? I didn't teach him. He learned it online. So if you go in the right place, there's a lot of things you could learn. Good things. If you go in the wrong place, you could also learn the bad things too. Alright, so you teach people, your kids, what you know, and then things that you know happen, but you don't know full story of it, you go and learn. Okay, go search for it. Alright, let me read this. The fact that it wasn't even mentioned, let alone a moment of silence or explanation to the kids as to why there are flags out everywhere or flown at half-mast. The lesson is that despite the honor, we united as a country. I also mentioned World War II history should be edited. Believe me, there's a lot of things that needs to be edited and during those type of war. It depends who's writing it. Alright, like I said about the I think it was part of the World War II. You know, I'm questioning a lot of stuff. Okay, let's see here. Wow, that is really not what happened. Tell that to all the Muslim and Sikh and other mistaken for Muslim. Okay, people who become a victim of hate crimes and united with the goal of killing 100 times more innocent civilian and other countries should not be valorized. Okay, this is true. The only time I felt unity in America was in the immediate aftermath of 9/11. Unfortunately, that unity was everyone else versus Muslim and Arabs. Okay, and in the end, I had to deal with racism in my town, and unfortunately, racists are dumb. Okay, they mistook you for Muslim or someone. Yeah, I remember a lot of Sikh were being targeted too. I mean, Yeah, the racists they only know of themselves. Okay, they only know of themselves. But when God created so many of us, all right, so these racists are going against the Creator. All right, when you look at it. But the thing is that you teach your kids what you know, and then branch out and see what other things that happen. And this is why people need to tell their stories. If you leave it for someone else to tell the story for you, you're not gonna get the full visual of what happened. So if other people are not talking about it or not sharing their experience, what went on, because many of us were alive when that happened. So if many of us are not telling what happened, what we saw, what we experienced, okay, which might be different for others, nobody will know the full story. Okay, look at what happened in Tulsa massacre, Black Wall Street. I can't even pronounce the thing now. Right now, my nose is stuffed. All right, nobody will know about it. They're trying to bury it. Why they're trying to bury it? Because it's not pretty. The behavior, the things that they did. All right, it's not pretty in the eyes of history, but they did it. Okay, the people who did it were having fun, and I believe there were some victims who suffer from the Black Wall Street, the Tulsa massacre. All right, many people were okay, the Tulsa Race Massacre. Okay, May 1921. Okay, to June 1921. So if many people, all right, some of the survivors that experience it, all right, the people who caused it will never talk about it because it's not nice. They try to bury it. But if we don't talk about it, nobody will know about it. Okay, the internet is full of information. The Tulsa Race Massacre took place on May 31st and June 1st, 1921, when mobs of white residents, some of them deputized and given weapons by the city officials, attacked black residents and destroyed homes and businesses of the Greenwood district in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So there's so much more. I believe there's a museum in Tulsa that dedicated to that massacre that happened there. So whenever, I don't think I'll be ever in that area, but if I ever in that area, that's one place I would like to visit. And the thing is that they never teach me that in school. All right? They never taught me that in school. It was until my adult years I knew about this. So if it's almost the same thing of 9/11. Okay? So I'm sure there's much more. There's a lot they're not teaching. There's a lot they're not teaching. Alright, you could go online and read about it. Okay, injured 100 plus. Okay, I believe some people call it. It was like the how do they call this? What happened to the Jews? Okay, my vocabulary is gone right now. I can't even think. Knows this stuff and everything. And 183 serious injuries. Exact numbers unknown. Alright, so there's probably more than that. Alright, destroy everything. I spoke about this on a video before. Alright, let me go back and I'm gonna get out of this. Alright, so done with this tweet. Let me go to the next one. Alright, I just hit 1 minute now. Some parts are gonna be cut out. Next tweet. And this is something I learned today also. Alright, did you know that on August 23, 1989, about 2 million people from Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania formed a human chain that united all three countries to show the world their desire to escape the Soviet Union and the suffering and poverty. This stretched 600 kilometers. Wow. Okay, there's a picture of that. I didn't even know that. Okay, if people don't talk about it, how will we know? How will we know? Alright? I didn't know. So do you think the mainstream who's trying to bring us back to oppression and all of that will want to talk about this? No. Many of us were alive around this time. So those who experience this, if they don't talk about it, we will not know. Okay? So when I came across it, this is why I put it along with that previous tweet, teaching our kids about history. Okay, we witness. Okay, let's see here. This is why I don't understand the lack of solidarity among the Baltic people and fighting the pandemic. Okay, pandemic. Alright. Okay, I love to hear more about how the idea was born and took shape, how the people who participated felt, and how it impacted their lives onward. Guess what? The thing that really blind the people, okay, it's when they bring race card into that. All right, when they bring race card into it, showing nationalism or poison the mind, saying people's taking your land. You have those how do they call this, other people from other countries coming to take your land and all of that. They cloud the mind of the people. All right, when in fact, why do you think these people are creating wars? I spoke about that. When people are creating wars, it's to displace people. Okay, look at the Afghan. Okay, the way they get out of it. Okay, there's more to it. I know there is more to it. There's 9/11. There's all sort of stuff. There's more to it. All right. So these people, those who are in control or who have the mic, who are create the narrative, who's against the way where people wants to unite. When you talk to other people, one of my friend is Russian, and you would think all Russian or whatever you might think, but when we talk, we have almost the same kind of mindset. Okay, so people wants to unite, but the evil spirit of some, okay, it's not many of them, but they have the mic. All right, try to cloud the brain, the mind, to bring us back to a dark place. All right, let me read some more so I could get out, and I think I have a prayer after that. All right, I love to hear. Okay, that's what I just read. I love to hear more about how the idea was born and took shape, how the people who participated felt, how it impacted their lives onward. Okay, I can only speak from my experience as an East German who went through that 2 years earlier. For us, the final straw was the falsified election of May 1989. Okay, that's when we had enough. Less than a month later, Tiananmen Square happened in Beijing. Did I mention about Tiananmen Square on my video? Not this video. Several videos ago, and I show clips. I talk about this stuff. Okay, and I show when people have the spirit to do, nothing will hold you back. Okay, when oppression is pretty much killing you alive, okay, suffering and stuff like that, a tank will not even stop you. All right, people were saying what happened to the guy that stand in front of the tank. I spoke about this in one of my videos. You took it down, and I re-edited. They took it down, and I decided to put images. Okay, images instead of videos or whatever and stuff like that. They didn't want people to know about that, the things that I was saying. I know some people don't want to go to politics and all of that. You could stop right now because I don't have any more stuff about the Sussexes. You could stop watching right now. But this is what's happening around there. We need to open our eyes. We really do. It's not just about the Sussex. Why do you think the Sussexes are in that position that they are in? All right, because the direction Harry wants to go, all right, the force, the people with the mic, this is not the way they want to bring the world back in. All right, many of these evil minds, they're connected. All right, they are connected, but the people who stand in between them wants to go a different direction. There is more of us than them who wants to bring the country a different direction. When 2020 election came in, and I told you guys, if the US had gone the way that Trump wanted it to be, this is where everything will have pretty much collapsed. Those evil minds will definitely connect. All right, the US disrupt that 2020 election, disrupt that connection, that chain of connection to darkness. All right, so that's one thing, and I'm glad some people are tweeting this, and I think I retweeted it. All right, same here. I remember joining the 1 million people who flocked to London to protest against leaving the EU on a trumped up pretext. Yeah, I didn't know about this. All right, same here. There's people putting pictures. See, the thing is that what just happened with that election with the UK right now? All right, putting the Tories back in power again. So the mind is, a lot of people wants to do the good things, wants to do the right thing, but their mind are so weak. Any little flurry of negativity could change their mind. Okay, but at the point where they need to do, all right, where their mind needs to be focused, okay, that is when you're inside the ballot to make the right choice. This is where those evil people of the mic are good at, how to instantly put that one microchip of negativity in your brain when you're at the voting booth to change to vote against your own interest. That's all they need from you. Okay, but after that, all right, you could do all the protests, you could do all of those stuff that you're doing here, but the point that really matter is when you're at the voting booth to make the choice that will change your life and future generation to come. Go to my app, You Team Sussex, my season 1 episode 2, I believe, where I talk about journalism. All right, I spoke a little bit about this. All right, let's see here. I want to believe this is true, but please give a source. I remember when this happened, as it was reported on the Western press. Just Google it. There are links to the original news stories from 1989. I mean, you got people who were there. That's your source, and then they're showing you a picture of it too. All right, people who write those sources, okay, who write those stuff, they're gonna put it in their own experience. Alright, they could easily cloud your mind saying completely different things. Okay, at the time, patriots to do something non-violent to change the MSM has to start reporting truth. I want my country back. Alright, let's see here. That was the longest Antifa line in history. Okay, my grandparents, 3 uncles, and 2 aunties fought against the occupation and were executed by the USSR. Wow. Wow. There's people telling you, all right, who's telling you their experience. My father managed to escape to the West when the KBG arrest family members. For my Lithuanian family, World War II did not finish in 1945. All right. Yep, I like Roosevelt a lot, but honestly, he got played by Stalin. They know how to fool the brain. Okay, I'm learning something here. I might come back to this. I may not read all of it, but I might come back to this to read some of those people who's sharing their experience. Recently, tens of thousands of people joined hands, forming a human chain from Vilnius to Medinsky in Lithuania as a show of solidarity with Belarus. Okay, to protest election result that exchanged the 26-year rule of Lithuanian President Lukashenko. Okay, that's very interesting. Oh shoot, I just want to bookmark this. Go back to that. Okay, wow, that's impressive. You can imagine. All right, so there's more. Many of this. Okay, look at this. It keeps on refreshing. There's a lot of comment. All right, so people's putting different different part here. Okay, remembering Hands Across America. All right, so this was done also. Okay, reminded me of Hands Across America. Okay, take a look back at Hands Across America, the charity event in which 5 million people form a human chain across the United States. Alright, I spent 5 years in Latvia starting in 2008. Latvians are very proud of their country. Latvia is one of many favorite places. The song Festive that happens every 4 years is also amazing. And the thing is that, you know what? Let me not go there. Alright, let's go prayer. I think this one is a squad's prayer. Yesterday, one of my videos, I used one of the squad's comment prayer and to put on the video. Alright, so this will be it. Alright, Lord, thank you for a new day. Please protect, bless the Sussexes and their supporters. Destroy all wicked plans against Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet, Diana, and Doria. Expose and destroy their enemies. Give them your daily supply of peace, grace, and victory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Alright, there's the squad. Amen. Amen. Alright, so please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. And thanks for your support. Alright, so it's exactly 4 a.m. right now. Thanks for watching.